In this video, I'll be breaking down 3 community building tactics revealed through Rhude's content strategy. But who are they? Rhude is a luxury streetwear brand started in 2015 by Luigi Villaseñor. Together with his personal brand, they've now amassed more than 900,000 followers on Instagram, and today I'll be revealing how. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Elijah, and in 2019, I started a media company creating fashion films for big brands. And today, I make YouTube videos teaching you how to create content strategies that build your community. So if that sounds even remotely interesting, hit subscribe. But now, let's watch and analyze the first video from Rhude's Instagram page. I like to call these campaigns behind the product videos, and the name speaks for itself. What I love about them the most is that they reveal the process behind products with a very particular kind of craftsmanship behind them, especially for these handcrafted denim jeans. And it builds this trust with the audience, and it's that trust that's necessary to take that audience and turn them into a community. And it's because when they see the process of how this product that they're buying was actually created, they understand the thought that went into it. And when all they see is ads, the only impression that they get is that you're just trying to make a quick buck, and the quickest and easiest way that you can do that possible is what you are doing. But this video is undeniable. We actually see the process, and so it really builds that trust quite well. And it's quite a transferable idea of you simply showing the process of how you make a garment. I think a lot of other brands are doing this thing recently where they'll do a talking head video on their Instagram page, and they'll talk through the specific features or the samples of the product, what it took to actually get to the point where they are now. Now, a lot of brands put this kind of effort in, so the hard part's already done. All you have to do now is tell the story about how it's created, and there you go. There's your behind the product video that's going to help you build your community. Now, one way I would take this a step further is to actually show the names and the faces of some of the specific craftsmen behind this product. Now, the brand owner is one, but the others are kind of like the nobodies or the no-names, the people that aren't really given an identity. They're average, everyday workers in these factories. And since they're there anyway, I want to know who they are and what they're doing, their part in the process. There's something special and very personal about that makes me feel like a clothing brand's really for the people, that they actually care. And so that's how I would improve this campaign. But other than that, Rhude, you've done a fantastic job. This is just one of 3 different videos we're going to be looking at today, each with different tactics for how you can use content to build your community. Here's the next one now. You see the slow motion? It's so cool. It just levels it up. The only thing that confuses me about this video is the plastic bag at the end. I'm like, what is in it? And what, like, not a regular bag, like a plastic bag? Anyway, random. Very simple technique here, super applicable across any clothing brand. Sell the lifestyle, okay? The product is in it. It's not the feature though. And you'll see these shots that almost like filler in between shots where they'll pass by the product and they're very intentional about focusing the camera lens literally on the product. However, it's really about the people that are wearing the product. And so this video is more about demonstrating the activity of what someone who wears Rhude does in their day-to-day life. In this case, it's drive these fast cars. And that brings me to why people purchase, or what actually brings a customer to purchase. And it's that they can either see themselves in it or they want to see themselves in it. In other words, they already live that lifestyle of driving the fast cars, or they want to live the lifestyle of driving fast cars. Because that's what the clothing piece starts to embody when they put it consistently and frequently in that scenario. And me as a viewer, I keep seeing it with these fast cars. And so insert whatever your lifestyle is in there. Simply demonstrate that lifestyle in a video. Show exactly what it looks like, and all you're doing is demonstrating something that either your customers are or someone or something that they want to be. Make it more about the people and what they're doing than what they're wearing. Secondly, I am such a sucker for these collaborations with non-fashion brands. We've got Rhude collaborating with Lamborghini. Lamborghini sell cars, of course, and each of these brands have their own separate communities that collide in this instance. And it's because it's like a Venn diagram with crossover. Yes, some people are really into clothing and fashion. That's how they spend their money. Others are really into fast cars. There's differences there, but the crossover between these two brands, okay, and by the way, brands less about what you sell, more about who you are. The crossover of these brands is that both parties believe that they want to live a luxury lifestyle or classy lifestyle. And so that's why this works so well. And so if you as a clothing label can find a brand outside of the world of fashion that has crossover with yours, that brings me to the point that you have to know what your brand is about. Then I really highly encourage collaborations in that way, because you can leverage each other's audience, and there's something even more special about that than a traditional collaboration between two clothing brands. So that's my 2 cents. We've got one more piece of content for you, and this excites me probably the most out of all of these so far because it's a multimedia carousel. Let me show you what that is right now. And hey, by the way, this is your personal invitation to join me in the Super Fan Club, the space for fashion entrepreneurs building clothing brand communities. We're going to teach you how to turn your customers into super fans. And there's 3 things that you get access to inside. First, there's a 5-part clothing brand community course. Then you'll get access to a network of hundreds of other brand owners, as well as a free one-on-one onboarding call. And the best part is that it costs $0. So what's the catch, you're asking? Well, here it is. Only 33% of applicants actually get in, because we are only looking for the most committed brand owners. So if you're game enough, click the link in the description below and apply now for free. I'll see you on the inside. So check this out. Rhude made this post after they hosted a party for all these important exclusive people. I believe it was out at Lake Como. And they've got these videos, they've got photos of them out on the boat, dance floors, cigars, people smoking, having a fun time, even branded ice. It's so over the top, but I love it. It's very on brand because it's all about exclusivity, luxury, particularly around young people. And so this carousel is essentially a Pinterest board, or as if you were to scroll through someone's camera roll on the night. You can just imagine that they've got videos, they're filming out there on the lake. They've also got photos of them there with their friends. So it's a really intimate connection you have here with the brand, simply because of the motion and the action you have to take to explore this kind of content. And so it's very different from me just scrolling through reels. Not to mention the fact that carousels usually show up to followers. And so they're rewarding people that are deciding to opt in to stay into their ecosystem and follow along with what they're doing. And so I think this method of sharing stories and creating content is highly underrated among clothing brands. And I think if you try something new, if you have some kind of event or story or something that's captured in a day that you would take photos and videos and capture on your camera roll, post it in a multimedia carousel like this. It's a really intimate way to engage your audience. Finally, I want to speak about the idea of having an in-person event like this. A lot of people speak about actually the people that come along. Not many people speak about the importance of the content that comes from it as a result. And it's that I can be watching this content, these videos, and looking at these photos all the way here in Australia. They're in Lake Como, and I feel a part of the community. Why? Simply because I'm seeing that there is in fact a community that exists and that are meeting. And so step one to becoming a part of the community is knowing that it exists. So that's to say that there is value in clothing brands creating events just solely for the sake of creating content. So you don't need anyone to come. You can create a fake event. I say fake, but it's an invite event that is in line with your brand identity. Create content like this around it and flip. There you go. Now I'm like, okay, this is legit. I really want to buy this stuff now because I want to become a part of the community that's actually doing this kind of stuff. And it's subtle, it's subconscious, but it's super powerful. Now, dear brand owner, I've got a question for you. Which of these campaigns was your favorite? Leave a comment down below and let us know why you liked that one. Thanks very much for watching this video. I'm Elijah. And if you found this valuable, then I would love you to watch the video on screen now where I break down the UVU clothing brand. They're a running brand and it's going to teach you a lot about how you can build your community. So click that video on screen now. Thanks very much for watching.